This is the HTC 10. Not the 1M10, not the A10, just the 10. The HTC 10 may not have that 1M moniker to it, but it really is the successor to that line. It's HTC's flagship phone for this year, and it really gives us a lot of the improvements we wanted to see in last year's 1M9 but didn't get. Let's start with design. You'll notice that compared to the 1M9 here, the big metal chins on the top and bottom and that big black bar that everybody always hates, that HTC bar at the bottom, are gone, and the display takes up almost the entire phone. In fact, even though this is a bigger 5.2-inch display, the phone is only just slightly bigger than the 1M9 was. It really feels good to hold in your hand. And part of the reason of that is this massive, giant 45-degree angle bevel around the edge of the phone. These big chamfered edges, they give the phone sort of a grippy feel. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip right out of your hands like the 1M9 did. The HTC 10's got all the specs you would expect from a flagship phone this year. It's got a Snapdragon 820 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, and expandable storage with a micro SD card slot. It has a nice big 3000 milliamp hour battery, so we're happy about that. USB-C, including Quick Charge 3.0, and big speaker on the bottom and a little speaker on the top. HTC's always been concerned about audio, and they're really stepping it up with boom sound this year. The top speaker sort of acts like a tweeter, concentrates on the high end of the sound. The bottom speaker is like a woofer and concentrates on the low end. You're never gonna get great bass out of a cell phone, but two different speakers, each with separate amplifiers, focusing on different parts of the sound, should provide a better sound experience. The headphone jack is really powerful too, twice as powerful as you usually get on a cell phone, so you can drive your big studio cans with it no problem. Inside, it's got a 24-bit digital audio converter and DSP, so you can get a high-resolution audio chain all the way through, even upsampling low-res audio to make it sound great. HTC kind of blew it last year with the camera on the 1M9. They went with a lot of pixels, and it didn't do great in low light, and it was slow, and it had all these chromatic aberration problems and stuff. This year they said they learned their lesson, and they have a fantastic camera experience on the HTC 10. It's got a 12 megapixel camera with really big 1.55 micron pixels. That sounds like it's got the same sensor as you'll find in the Nexus 6P, which is great. We love that camera. It's also got optical image stabilization, not just on the back camera, but also on the front camera, which is really unique. Can't think of another cell phone that has that. It's also got a dual tone LED flash and laser autofocus. So they've thrown in all the features that you want from a camera. I took a few test snaps real quick, and it seems like it focuses and shoots really fast. The camera image quality looked pretty good, but I didn't examine it on a computer up close or anything. So I'll take a closer look at the camera, but it seems from my first initial impressions like they got it right. We'll have our full review of the HTC 10 in just a couple of days, but my initial impressions are pretty positive. The phone seems fast and fluid. They've updated their design nicely, and it really feels like a good modern phone. It seems like they did a really good job with the camera. The performance feels really good so far, and they haven't lost sight of the things that make HTC unique, like their focus on sound.